friends, it is Shaamini from Preschool at the Two Short Stories Academy, and we are here today to talk about the life cycle of a butterfly. So a very popular book when we talk about bugs and insects is The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. It is a very fun book as we follow along with this caterpillar who starts off as an egg, a tiny little egg on a leaf. And then after he comes out of the egg, he is this tiny little caterpillar, tiny but very, very hungry. So we go through the book and he's eating all these foods, all these fruits, and then he ends up eating cake and ice cream and pickles and sausage and watermelon muffins. And he grows bigger and bigger with all those food that he ate and becomes a nice big caterpillar. After that, he makes a cocoon for himself, which he goes inside of. And then after a couple weeks in this cocoon, he breaks out and becomes a butterfly. So he starts off from this egg and he ends up as a butterfly. So we're going to be going over through those stages and even make our own little caterpillar that turns into a butterfly. So there are 4 stages of a caterpillar's life. They start off as an egg, then they turn into a caterpillar, then they turn into what's called a pupa, which is when they're in their cocoon, and then they become an adult butterfly. So we're going to be making the last 3 stages. We know what an egg looks like, but if you want to make an egg, go for it. But we're going to be making the caterpillar, the cocoon that it's going to be in to rest up and become that butterfly, and the final butterfly, of course. So we talked about what bugs and insects are in my video on Wednesday. So butterflies are insects because they do have 3 parts of their body, the head, thorax, and abdomen. They also have 6 legs as well. Butterflies eat plants. They are herbivores, meaning they only eat plants. They have 4 wings, and a very interesting fact about them is that they taste with their feet. So for the materials that we need, similar to when we made our insect, I have a just box full of random craft materials, glitter, paper towel rolls, clay, straws, popsicle sticks, tape. I also have a variety of paper, construction paper, cardstock, tissue paper. I have some markers here, some paint, some glue, some tape, some scissors, just any crafty or art materials or things you want to reuse for this activity. So to start off, we're going to be starting with our caterpillar. So something you could use that would be pretty cool is a clothespin. And you will see why it is particularly useful, because you could use the caterpillar made from the clothespin to put into the cocoon and then attach to the butterfly wings. Unfortunately, I don't have any clothespin with me right now, so I'm gonna have to get a little creative, but I will use a popsicle stick instead for my caterpillar. Now I want to try and use the same colors from the caterpillar in the story. So it has a red head, but it also has a green body. I have a red popsicle stick, so I'm going to use some green tape to wrap around it. See how that turns out. Okay, I have my little caterpillar wrapped up in green tape, and I want to decorate it a little bit more. So I think I will use some of this modeling clay, roll pieces into tiny balls, and stick them along the body. Okay, I have my little caterpillar. I'm going to use a marker and draw a little face at the front. And there we go! I have my own little hungry caterpillar. So, we have our caterpillar part now. What comes next? The cocoon. Okay, so next is when the caterpillar turns into a pupa, when it makes its cocoon. So for a cocoon, I wanted something where I could easily put this caterpillar inside while it rests. And I think the perfect thing for that would be paper towel rolls. So you can cut it in half to make it a little smaller for your caterpillar. So I have a cut paper towel roll here. So my caterpillar can easily go inside, although a bit of its head is exposed. That's okay. But this looks a little Boring, not so exciting. It is brown, but let's add some more to it. So I'm gonna use the markers and maybe draw some lines all over it to add some texture. Alrighty, we have a cocoon here. So when the caterpillar has eaten all its food, it will make its little cocoon and it will stay there until it breaks out to become a butterfly. So what is next to make? The butterfly, of course. Now I already have the body of the butterfly, which will be this, but I need the wings. So I have a scrap piece of paper here that I'm going to use for the wings. Now, another interesting fact about butterflies is that their wings are symmetrical. What does symmetrical mean? Let's show you here. So I have a yellow piece of paper here. I'm going to draw a line right down in the middle. Now, when something is symmetrical, it means that it looks the same on this side and this side. So if I draw a purple circle on this side, I need another purple circle here to be symmetrical. In the same spot where it is on the opposite side. If I was to draw a pink triangle, I would need to draw it in the exact same spot on the other side to be symmetrical. So we can see the symmetry here. We have the line and we have two purple circles, two pink triangles, two bluish green ovals, and little zigzag lines. They're at the same spot so that if we fold them, the same shapes are touching each other. Now, on this side, this is not symmetrical. We have the line here. I have a squiggly line over here, but there's no squiggly line over here. It's on the bottom. And while we do have two purple shapes, this one is a heart and this one is a circle. Not the same, not symmetrical. So as I draw my butterfly here, I'm going to do my best to make both sides look the same to have symmetrical wings. Alright, I have my butterfly wings here. Not entirely the same size, but I tried to make it as symmetrical as I could with the colors that I used, making sure that I use them on both sides. So I'm going to cut my wings out now. I have my wings out and I have my caterpillar here. So when I put them together, it becomes a beautiful butterfly. As I mentioned before, if you have a clothespin, that would be really cool because you could just clip it onto the wings and unclip it as you desire. So, what did we learn today? We learned that there are 4 stages in a caterpillar's life. It starts off as an egg, a tiny little egg, then it becomes a caterpillar as it breaks out of its egg. Then it gets into its cocoon and builds a cocoon, and it stays in there for a while before breaking out to become a beautiful butterfly. A nice little interactive activity to see the different stages of a caterpillar's life. Hope you enjoy learning about butterflies with me and making our own from its beginning stages as a caterpillar to its end as a beautiful butterfly. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our channel to see more videos from me and everyone else at our 2 Short Stories Academy. Check out our Instagram page for more content, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye bye!